Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody that is realizing that they've been able to put forth the effort needed, or that things might finally be falling into place. With the Knight of Wands, there's a sense of urgency, like I've got places to be, I've got messages to deliver, and people to meet. So I do think that there's some action. Maybe somebody's moving or going on a trip or confessing their love. Let's call in spirit a little bit of wind chime time and we can find out. I hope you're having a good day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com, and it's in the description box for you as well. And right below where you can find the email address, you can also find out how to become a member of the channel. If you become a member of the channel, I do actually have a live stream scheduled for 7 p.m. Central Time tomorrow night. So maybe you can even join us for that. Let's start off with the Noisy Tarot and see what's got somebody in a rush. What is the sense of urgency here? Queen of Wands in the reverse, Five of Cups in the reverse, Four of Swords in the reverse. So this feels like I know I don't have much time to deal with a situation. I need to be quick about it. And I know that it's a little bit unpredictable how things are going to go. I don't know what I'm walking into. I don't know if this person's mad at me. I don't know if they've gotten over it, or, if there's some reason they've decided to just not deal with it. There's some ambivalence or some hesitation, right? What's going to happen when I come through? What's going to happen when I reach out? Six of Pentacles in the reverse, Seven of Swords. So it feels like we've got somebody who has they feel like they need to come back around and tell the truth about a loss that they experienced or some distraction that happened. So there could be someone who just really kind of struggles with being out and vulnerable with the difficult things going on in their life. So this could be somebody who ran away, ghosted you, didn't really give you much to go on in terms of what was happening and why they were leaving. But I do think they want to explain what happened and apologize. Three of Pentacles in the reverse, the Tower in the reverse, and the Lovers. So this feels to me like you're going to be told that a situation in the past where you felt that somebody had chosen to go without you, it's not the decision that they made. The decision that they made was not really something you were aware of. They had this major thing they had to deal with. It could be someone who passed away. It could be a major, I'm seeing the courts, so it could be like a legal situation. But we have, I have to put out this fire. I have to deal with this situation. And I didn't feel like I could involve you in that situation, or maybe I couldn't tell you about that situation. But they want to say, it wasn't my choice. I had things I had to tend to, and I missed you. What's going on, Steven? Good morning. Yeah. So they walked away and they didn't really want to. And you may have felt that because they did not give you much information on what was going on, that they were just being selfish, or they decided they didn't want you. But there is something here about an obligation. I had to do right by this other situation. And maybe they couldn't really be honest with you, or didn't feel like they could tell someone else's story to you. But there's a desire to bring you in on that, right? Okay, I didn't tell you this before, but here's why I had to ghost you. So we have the Mirror, Labyrinth, and the Cauldron. Illusions and reflections. Who are you trying to fool? When you turn your back to the mirror, there's still someone looking at you. Cauldron says intention, alchemy, and manifestation. So I do feel like there may have been someone who didn't have the best of intentions and was watching this person as they got to know you. Overthinking, each thought a labyrinth, another reference to a labyrinth. Endless, obscure, there's no peace amidst this self-imposed torture. I feel like this is someone who had to deal with a family obligation or an ex that would not leave them alone. And it caused them to, especially if they were worried about how you would perceive them in this situation, it caused them to be real light on the details with you. I'm not going to let you know why I disappeared, or I don't feel like I can tell you what I'm dealing with right now. Maybe because you would like decide I'm not worth the effort. But it looks to me like there was someone from their past watching them, and they realized they had to deal with it. This is the situations deck. What else do we have? Okay, I think this is literally a plan to get you to walk away from, or to get them to walk away from you, whichever it is. Someone ghosted, and I feel like there was a little bit of manifestation or some manipulation of the situation, right? Oh, good luck, Lee. I know you've got it on your side. I think this is a controlling energy from their past, be it family or an ex, that when they made a change, when they moved their life, when they met you, when they started this new chapter, this person followed them, or this person found a way to travel to them. And I feel like there was an effort made where the desired outcome was to get them to leave you, to get them to ghost you, to get them to block you, make them feel like they couldn't be in this situation with you. So it's like, you have to come back to your hometown and fix this, or I'm going through this and I need you to, take care of that. But the goal was, I don't want you in that connection, because they saw this desire this person has for you. But they didn't feel like they could tell you about the situation. They felt like it was too complicated. So we have anxiety. It's like they're coming back around to talk to you after they've dealt with this anxiety, because it's in the reverse now. I've dealt with whatever it was. I realize now what was going on, and I feel like I need to tell you why I walked away, why I disappeared, because I couldn't tell you back then. This is the Edgar Allan Poe. Oh, you're so welcome. What else do we have? Devil in the reverse. Yeah. They had to deal with the Queen of Wands in the reverse. The Queen of Wands in the reverse is the family or the ex. And it's clarified by the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, because this is somebody they have pushed away, or they've got no contact with this person. And that makes them feel like they finally freed themselves, Devil in the reverse, from what had kept them from you, Eight of Swords. So, it's like trying to win a marathon when you're tied to another person, like in a three-legged race, right? You're not going to win the marathon that way. They felt like they had to deal with whatever the situation was before they could actually pursue something with you. They just wish they'd been more communicative. Hey, Wesley, how are you doing? Because they kept you in the dark. They didn't tell you what was going on. Eight of Swords moves to the Nine of Swords. I love that it's progressing, but it's not really a good thing in the sense that Nine of Swords talks about, I don't know what happened. You didn't let me know why you disappeared, or I don't know why I'm not hearing from you. I thought you would communicate better. And I think there's, genuine concern for this person, right? Like, is everything okay? Five of Wands, an argument. 10 of Wands, a conclusion. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. I think there was a manufactured or exaggerated emergency. I'm going through this, so you have to come help me, or I don't have enough money for that, so I need you to, lend me some money. There's a problem tied to this Queen of Wands in the reverse from their past. They started this problem or exaggerated it, made it seem like this individual, what should we call you? The Knight of Wands? Made it seem to the Knight of Wands that they had to be real quick about it, or they had to leave you behind. But I think they've seen that this person was exaggerating. This Page of Wands, it's like almost like there's a threat that followed it, right? Hello, Illuminati. Yep. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you get some good news. Sending you some healing energy. So we've got Page of Wands followed by Judgment. Yeah, I'm coming back around after, letting this communication kind of scare me. I felt like I had to do this. I felt like I had to go back and help my family, or I felt like I had to go back and help my ex. I don't know why, but there really does seem to be some sort of change of like address, or somebody who had to travel to go visit elsewhere. But this is just like, I don't want you to never know what happened and feel like it was because I didn't want to be around you. I just couldn't tell you what was going on at the moment because it was kind of chaotic. What's up, GP? I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Renee. Hello, Noah G. I hope you're having a good day. So I'm coming back around to let you know what actually happened, what caused me to disappear or, leave suddenly. And it's not what you think it is. You probably thought that I wasn't thinking about you, or that I didn't care about you. Probably thought that I decided there was somebody that I liked better than you, but here's what really happened. This is the Fairy Lenormand. I'm glad to hear that. Hello, Shreya. How are you doing? I know, a little bit of a break, right? What else do we have? The Tower. This is about connections. I know in the tarot, the Tower is more about events that change things, right? In the Lenormand, it's more about structures, who you know, where you work. It could even be a building, right? But this is saying I have attachments to people that have the desire to mess with me, I guess. I have family connections, or I have, an ex, and they wanted to pull me away from you or asked me to help them with something. And I felt a sense of obligation. That's why I had to leave. That's why I left the party, right? That's why I wasn't able to continue to spend time with you. But now we have a return. The Garden, number 20, talks about community. So this is somebody saying, now I'm back where I belong, right? And I want to show you that I've been thinking about you. For some of you, this person brings back like a journal or a letter that's like 18 pages long. It's like, I want to prove to you that I've been thinking about you, right? There's something here that I need to do in order to show appreciation, but I also want to make sure that you feel like you're a part of what's going on instead of excluding you. This is the Kipper. Yep, exactly. Hey Shreya, doing a pendulum reading should not make you feel sick. But I'm sending you healing energy. Yeah. Yeah, this person's bringing you a gift. They want to address the fact that they know they should have been more communicative, or they know there was a better way to handle this, or they could have given you a little bit more of a heads up, right? I do think that there's someone here who claimed that there were financial issues or claimed that they needed to be assisted, and they exaggerated. I keep getting that here's the problem, but I'm going to make it sound like it's this big so that the Knight of Wands comes and helps me. So we could actually have someone who's finalizing a divorce. We could have somebody who is setting up a restraining order. We could have somebody who's even changing a name or a phone number. But I feel like they wanted me to distance myself from you. And after having dealt with them, I have decided that I need to distance myself from them. I hope you're having a good day, hon. What else do we have? Child in the reverse and privileged lady. I'm getting a very entitled, self-absorbed energy, somebody who expects other people to drop things for them. If you ever had that friend when you were like 6 years old who saw that you were enjoying playing with whatever toy you had and then they wanted to take it for themselves. It's that kind of energy. Let's get a few from... We'll go with the Jack-o'-lantern tarot. Hello, Dawn. How are you doing? Hello, Laura. What else do we have? Magician in the reverse. Yeah, this person, I think, did a spell. We had Cauldron, we had the Queen of Wands in the reverse, and now we have the Magician in the reverse. We also had this Page of Wands. And Page of Wands is about communication. It could talk about spell work, right? But especially because this is the only Page of Wands I have where there's a devil on there. I don't know whose voice I was just imitating. It made me think of what's Peter Griffin's son's name? All right, sorry. Oh yes, I'm telling you, this is somebody who did spell work to try to get a wedge between you and your person, to make them feel a sense of obligation to go elsewhere, to do something for the family or help out an ex, or, woe is me, can you come help me? But when they get there, they're like, what? This is why you called me? This is why you made me travel all the way here? Are you joking? Like, what's the real thing? What is... I see what you did there. Yes. So look, this is like, okay, so I did what you asked me to. I came to help you out, and it looks like it's just not a good idea. Ooh, sorry guys. It's probably going to be lawn mowing time. So look, there's a problem because we've got a realization that I've been lied to. You told me to come back around. You asked for help, or you made this plea, this desperate plea, and I get back around here. I do what I can to help you, and what do I find? It's like you're here trying to convince me that I should move back, or you're trying to convince me that I should get back together with you, or whatever it is. Like, it's not what they were told it was. Emperor in the reverse. It's manipulative phrasing or like controlling the narrative to get this Knight of Wands to come back around and distract them from their romantic connections or whatever new chapter they've been working on. Sabotaging this new chapter for somebody because they feel left out. So, controlling family member, jealous family member, or controlling or jealous ex. You got any of those? Hopefully not more than one. Hopefully none, really, but if you're watching, you probably got something. So we've got the Two of Cups and the Devil in the reverse with the Hierophant. Yeah. I'm going to leverage what you feel you owe me, or knowing that you would probably feel guilt if you didn't help me. I'm going to ask for your help. You don't say. And it's because I know that you're getting too close to somebody else. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Mower's gonna mow. Itchy and scratchy. Is that a Simpsons reference or just like the state of affairs? Ooh, there you went. Okay. So we've got the Knight of Cups. I've done my responsibility justice. I went back. I felt like I could help someone, that they needed my help, right? So I, listened to the bat call. Is that what it is? Right. But like, then I get there and it's like, can you get me a beer from the refrigerator? How about no? You're capable of doing that? Or I could like buy you a remote control. I don't know. Like a little car that could drive over the beer. I can't believe you would do this. I can't believe that you would waste my time or make up some story or do this desperate thing to try to manipulate me and get me back here and keep me away from whatever it is that I could be doing right now. Which is probably you. Because this seems like a love interest of yours. For several of you, I'm sure it more so resonates for what happened on your side. But now we have a concern over, have I ruined it with what I really want in my life? This person that I have a crush on, or this person I'm falling in love with? Because I didn't tell them what's been going on. For some of you, there could be a death in the family. My condolences if that's the case. Or it could be that somebody's telling you that they have a health situation that could result in that, and then you find out that they've exaggerated. Either way, sending healing energy. I just know that we have somebody that has felt like they were lied to get them to come rushing to help somebody out. And now it's making them question whether or not they want to be with this person at all. Nice. What else do we have? Two of Pentacles. Yeah, what was misconstrued as chaos is actually everything's fine. So it feels like, I've been lied to. You didn't need my help. Maybe there was an event that got skipped, like I'm supposed to go on a weekend trip with my new love, but because you told me that there's an emergency back home, I go there. There's this concern and this argument that follows. It's like, I feel like you lied to me. You convinced me to, head out this way or do what I want to do later because you needed me. And it feels like you kind of screwed me over. It feels like you lied to me to get me to ruin something back there. Seven of Swords in the reverse. So they're coming back around to tell you what happened. I thought it was an emergency. I didn't know if I should tell you about this. I'm sorry for not giving you more insight, but I know that I need to do so now. Ten of Wands, the Chariot. So where they rushed off to go help someone else, now their desire is to rush back to let you know they've wrapped up whatever that was, and maybe even cut someone off in their family or an ex for doing this. So they want to make it up to you. They might bring you a gift. They might plan something different, but they want to show you that what's important to them is you. So I do think they want to travel with you, or they want to do something that shows how much you mean to them. Eight of Cups in the reverse, the Lovers in the reverse. I don't know if it's going to be so easy to get this Queen of Wands from their past to go away. I don't think it's the last they'll hear from this person. But I do feel like they're pretty committed to not letting this happen again. So there are boundaries and there are rules. Okay, you say this is a problem? Send me a screenshot. Send me a picture. FaceTime me and show me what you're talking about. Yeah, no, you just have to do this and you're good. You don't need me. There's something here where it's like I'm cold now and a little bit disconnected from that Queen of Wands in the reverse, because I saw that what they were doing was manipulative. I saw what they really wanted to do was kind of like interrupt what I was working on. Why should I drop everything to help you when your main goal is to mess up what I've got going on for me? Oh, wait, I won't, because I'm busy. Yes, I think that's probably true, Renee. I think we all go through a little of that, right? Nine of Cups in the reverse, Knight of Swords, and Death in the reverse. So now that I know that they were trying to control me, or that they were trying to exaggerate a situation just to keep me away from what I was doing, I know how to handle it going forward. This Knight of Swords has two horse heads, indicating two different possible directions. And I feel like this is someone saying, okay, well, I did my responsibility by you and it didn't really do me any favors. So Death is in the reverse because it's like, I see you haven't changed, so I need to change. You're still up to your old games, or you're still trying to prevent me from moving on. So how can I handle this differently the next time? Tower. By blocking this person who's trying to manipulate me. By creating boundaries that weren't there before. Hanged Man in the reverse. Yeah. I feel like this is saying, sorry guys, my nose ring is bothering me. I feel like this is saying, like, look, you went too far. You crossed a line. You made me miss something that I wanted, or you caused an argument with somebody that I care about over nothing. So now whatever sense of responsibility or obligation that I had to you, you've ruined that. You used your get out of jail free card and there are no more. So when you have a problem, when you need somebody to help you, you can't call on me anymore because you cried wolf, right? There was no wolf. So I think this is that breaking point that somebody reaches after they've been a bit of a people pleaser, or after they've felt a sense of obligation to somebody who was taking advantage of that, right? Queen of Cups in the reverse, emotional manipulation. I'm not going to let you manipulate me like that anymore. I know we have a history. I know that we've known each other for a long time, or I know I'm related to you, whatever it is. But the way that you showed me that disrespect without even really feeling bad about it means that I have been able to let go of the guilt that I would feel in future situations when you ask me for something and I can't trust you because you put me in that situation. You got to earn back that trust. So I think this is good in the sense that they realize now that is someone taking advantage of my compassionate nature or my good intentions, and I'm not going to let them do that anymore. They see this person as manipulative, whereas maybe they were a little bit more forgiving in the past because of the blatant attempt to cause problems, right? To interrupt their life. So now it's like, okay, I guess it's time for me to level up in that regard and be a little bit more clear with you when I, communicate, because I can't trust you anymore. You're too manipulative. So they're going to regret that. They're going to regret lying to this person or manufacturing some problem just to create chaos or drama in the Knight of Wands life. This is the Love Oracle. Yes, self-awareness is huge. Yeah, so this would have been somebody who ran away or ghosted, felt like they had to deal with something really quickly, and now you're getting the clarity around what really happened, how they were manipulated or lied to by a family member or an ex, and where you may have been feeling like there wasn't a lot to salvage the connection that you have with this person. They're going to tell you they actually have this deep love for you. They have this soulmate connection with you. They just needed to deal with this past situation. They're leveraging this divine masculine energy. That might have been a struggle for them in the past, but it's them standing up, right? I'm not going to be your little puppet. I'm not going to be a people pleaser anymore. You made me feel abandoned, or you walked away when it was convenient for you. So why should I be available at your beck and call? So this person was pretending. They put on some kind of show. I need your help. I need you to fix this. Maybe I need you to change a light bulb. And then maybe they tried to hit on this person, or then maybe they tried to borrow some money, right? It was like, no, this is totally not why I traveled here to help you. So there's a change. There's a change happening. And someone's learned a lesson, probably more than one. But I also feel like they're going to tell you that they care deeply for you and they apologize for not having that better communication. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I'll see you all on the next reading. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Toodles.